Now, I am not much of a history buff. Sorry, history was never my thing, so now on this trip I am experiencing history from the perspective of where it took place. Now I have a much better appreciation for it. Come along with us as we explore the explorers and their expedition. We are starting our journey in St. Charles, Missouri. We stopped by the Lewis and Clark State Historic Site in Hartford, Illinois. President Thomas Jefferson tasked Meriwether Lewis to explore the lands west of the Mississippi River to see if he could find a water route to the Pacific Ocean. The United States had just acquired the Louisiana Purchase, a huge new territory from France for $15 million. Jeez, oh Pete, what would that be today? Lewis left Washington, D.C. for Pittsburgh to oversee the construction of the 55-foot keelboat and to sign some of the first members of the Corps of Discovery to go down the Ohio River to the Mississippi River and north to St. Louis. Lewis traveled to Philadelphia to study astronomy, botany, zoology, and medicine from some of the country's brightest scientists and doctors. That just boggles my mind, learning all those fields. Whew. He also began making preparations, recruiting men, and purchasing equipment, boats, and supplies for the expedition. In 1803, Lewis asked his friend William Clark to help him lead the expedition through the uncharted American territory west to the Pacific Ocean. Lewis had previously served under Clark in the Army. Lewis said he wanted no one else to help lead this expedition but Clark. Clark was a mapmaker and experienced trainer of men. This made for a great team. After spending the winter and spring of 1804 at Camp River du Bois, preparing for the expedition, they finally started the journey. On May 14, 1804, they set out from the River du Bois and entered the swift waters of the Missouri River. After 2 long days of fighting the current, sandbars, and river debris, they arrived at the French settlement of St. Charles. They had to rearrange the load because it was too heavy for the stern. For us landlubbers, that's the back of the boat. On May 21st, they finally were on their way again, heading into the unknown. Then we had the opportunity to visit Melvin Price Locks and Dam in Alton, Illinois. Each year, more than 75 million tons of goods valued in excess of $23 billion pass through those locks. It's amazing to watch the tugboats maneuver the barges into the locks. Some have as many as 15 barges. The locks are all part of a series of 29 locks on the Mississippi River. From there, we went to the statue of Alton's tallest resident and the tallest recorded human in history, standing at 8 feet 11 inches. Everything had to be custom made for him, as you can imagine. His shoe size was 37. That's 3 times plus the average man's shoe size. That's huge. Then our adventures also took us to the Gateway Arch in St. Louis. It's an engineering marvel that stands at 630 feet. It's the world's tallest arch clad in stainless steel in the form of a weighted catenary arch. I'm going to leave that one up to you math wizards to explain. The Gateway Arch reflects the St. Louis role in the westward expansion of the United States during the 19th century. We took a ride to the top in a small car, more like a space capsule, with 5 of us in the car. Hope you're not claustrophobic. It is a 4-minute ride to the top, 630 feet above the ground. The view was fantastic. After about 10 minutes of checking out the scenery, we boarded our car for a 3-minute ride back to the ground. This girl was happy to have her feet back on the ground, but that was an incredible experience. I would highly recommend taking the trip to the top of the arch. Enjoy the journey, be kind, and share a smile.